Namaste, everyone. So, are we ready? So, before we start, let us start with a small invocation. So, please close your eyes, connect your tongue to the palate, be aware of your center of your chest, gently smile, be aware of your heart chakra. Inhale slowly and exhale slowly. Feel the rush of joy in each and every particle of your being. Visualize that you are smiling through your heart. Your entire being is filled with so much of joy. Visualize you are in front of a mirror and you are smiling. And this smile is growing bigger and bigger and turning into laughter of joy. The great joy. So much of joy, so much of love radiating into your entire being, permeating through your entire being. Now raise this feeling or sense of joy to the center of your head, to your crown center, the crown chakra. Feel the joy, feel the love, feel the ecstasy. Inhale. As you exhale, allow this joy to permeate your entire being. To the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, we humbly invoke for your divine love, your divine compassion, your divine mercy, your divine guidance, your divine help, your divine protection, for your healing, for the inner healing, the physical healing, for abundance and prosperity, for good health and spirituality. So be it. To our beloved and respected teacher, Grandmaster Choa Koksui, to Lord Mahaguruji Mailing, all the great ones, holy gurus, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, spiritual helpers, to the great beings and devas of Shambhala, to all the three great beings, we humbly invoke you through our spiritual teacher, Master Choa Koksui. With deep gratitude and in full faith, so be it, so be it, so be it. Be aware of your entire body. Visualize it like a funnel. Energy is pouring down. Inhale. As you exhale, feel all these energy is flowing into different aspect of your life. Your health aspect is completely filled with the blessing of God. Your relationships are filled with the blessing of God. It is healing. Inhale again. As you exhale, visualize your financial aspect is filled with the blessing of God. Inhale. As you exhale, visualize your spiritual aspect is completely filled with the blessing and love and mercy of God. In full faith and with deep gratitude and with conviction, say, so be it. You can verbally say, so be it. So be it. Feel the joy, feel the love, and gently open your eyes with a big smile. All of you, namaste. Shall we start? Okay, let's talk about the festival of all sentient beings. What does sentient beings means? It means all the beings, those who have consciousness. When the universe was created, so the God used the most refined matter and the most refined consciousness, means the pure matter and pure consciousness. When it combined, the universe was created. So everything in this universe doesn't have to have the body, but it does have consciousness. Consciousness comes from the Father aspect of the universe. And the body comes from the mother aspect of the universe. You cannot ask the father to produce the baby. It's mother who produced the baby, who produced the form of the baby. But the consciousness of the baby comes from the divine father. That is the whole concept. Now, every particle in this universe have consciousness. So when we say all sentient beings, it includes the mineral kingdom, the plant kingdom, the animal kingdom, the human kingdom, the superhuman kingdom, the angelic kingdom, okay? And also the great devas and devas and devas. When we say deva and deva means the hierarchy of devas. Hierarchy of deva means there are great beings. Even the Lord of the world, the planetary God, is also evolving every second, every moment with us. So this is the festival for the whole planet Earth. So this is the festival of all sentient beings. That is the main reason we chose the topic, the festival for all sentient beings. Let us move to the second slide. Second slide talks about the participants of this entire event. Who exactly are the participants of this entire event? Now, the first and the main participant, or the one who leads this entire event, are the Mahachohan, Lord Manu, Lord Maitreya, and the Chauhans, the adepts, Great White Brotherhood, great teachers, and their disciples. You have to understand what exactly it is all about. When you see the list, what comes in your mind? What does Mahachohan means? Who is Lord Manu? Who is Lord Maitreya? Remember, Mahachohan, Manu, these are the posts. Now, when you see Lord Maitreya, actually it should have been the world teacher. So it's Mahachohan, Lord Manu, and then the world teacher, then the Chauhan. So these are the posts. So in our country, the way we have finance minister, the way we have, defense minister, the way we have home minister, the way we have prime minister. Now, these are the posts, right? But the person who is holding this post can change after 5 years, right? In the same manner, these posts, the person who is holding these posts can change. If the person who is holding this post evolves further, he have to leave this post and get the higher post. Now, this is very interesting. At this place, you do not come down. You just go up. There is a place there is a situation comes when, in terms of spirituality, when you reach there, when you arrive there, you do not come down. You just go up. Why? The universe push you so that you just keep on going up, up, and up. We'll talk about the entire thing in details. Now, when we talk about this entire event, in this entire event, it happens in a valley. What happens? The three main people, the world teacher, the Lord Manu, and the Mahachohan. All three of these, they lead a huge gathering in a valley called Shambhala. Now, why they gather? They gather to invoke the first Buddha from our earth chain, and that is Buddha Sakyamuni. Why he is being so important to our planet because he is the first Buddha. He was the first to attain the Buddhahood from our planet. Before him, the Buddha who we had was it's like more the acting Buddha was Buddha Kashyapa. Okay, so Buddha Kashyapa was the acting Buddha of planet Earth, or the Earth chain, not planet Earth, rather the Earth chain. And once Lord Buddha became the Buddha, remember Buddha is a post. So Lord Buddha Shakyamuni, or the great Sakyamuni, became the Buddha. Lord Kashyapa, he had to move further because he knew the one who is deserving for this post has arrived. So he moved further. But the Buddha, being great, so great, he decided that, okay, every year, the day when he left the body, the day when he got the body. So Buddha, if you see the story, when he was Siddhartha, he attained the body on the same day of Wesak, and he left the body on the same day of Wesak. Means on Wesak Purnima, he attained the body. On the Wesak Purnima, he left the body. Okay? So he said that I will come to earth to bless the entire planet, those who will be ready to receive the blessing. So every Vesak, the great white brotherhood, the great beings and the three great beings of planet, they gather and they invoke. And then Buddha appears in the valley of Shambhala, and he showers the blessing of the heaven to Mother Earth. That is the entire event. Now, if you want to know, so let us tell you one story, the story of Lord Buddha, where exactly the whole story started. Are you interested? Right? So let's make this more interesting. Do you see this picture? Now, this picture to some of us would be very complicating. Many of you have not been exposed to the concept of different bodies. Many of you know that there are different bodies apart from the etheric body also. So you know there is physical body, you know there is bioplasmic or etheric body, but there is also astral, lower mental and higher mental body. So what you see at the moment on your screen is taken from the moon chain. This is the description of the moon chain. The humanity before it came to planet Earth, it was on moon. Okay, now the moon, since the energy was completely consumed, the life of the moon was done, so it has to be discarded, and humanity was supposed to shift on a different planet, and that was Earth. Once the life of the Earth will be done, the humanity have to shift somewhere else, and every chain has its target. Remember, every chain has its target. What do I mean when I say the target? Target simply means spiritual target. So the target is being given to the humanity, that humanity or some group of people have to evolve to certain level. Now this level can be Arhat, this can be Holy Master. Remember, there are different levels. So first you become disciple. First you are on probationary period that your teacher chooses you. Maybe this person is fit for the discipleship. So he observes how you are evolving. Second step is you become the disciple. Third step is you become the son of your teacher. He treats you as his own child. Then you become a teacher. That is when you become an Arhat. After that, the Arhat, when it achieves the union with the divine spark, it becomes the God-realized soul or the Holy Master. And then from there, then after Arhat, Aseka, and then so on. So there are different initiates. For that, I would refer you a book called The Master and the Path, where you can learn all these things. Now, this particular picture has been taken from the book The Solar System by author E. Powell. So all these information has been borrowed and taken. Okay, so it's our responsibility to give credit to all these people. Remember, non-stealing in terms of ideas. Now, let us see the entire picture. So there are 7 rounds, 7 circles, right? Look at the circle where you see it's written moon. Do you see that? The circle name with D. The circle name is D. Now this is the physical moon. C and E are the astral body or the astral plane. B and F are the lower mental plane. A and G are the higher mental plane. So Lord Buddha, and along with Lord Buddha and one of his spiritual brother called Maitreya, they joined on the moon chain. When Lord Buddha and Lord Maitreya, they incarnated on moon as a primitive men on the sixth round, what happens? They continue to progress. They continue to work on the spiritual aspect of their life. And they keep on traveling. Remember, so they were on moon chain. So when they left the body, they were on astral plane. Then they moved further. Then they moved forward. They went to the higher mental. And they completed the 7th round. In the last, you see the G globe. Just come to this G globe. You see the last step where it reads that Gautama and Maitreya becomes Arhat and Jupiter enters the path. So Master Jupiter, there is another being called Jupiter, the great being, Master Jupiter. So Master Jupiter enter the path. So what you have to understand simply, to make you understand this, you understand this. There is something called physical body that we all have, right? So this physical body is surrounded with etheric matter, and both are interrelated. If the physical body dies, etheric body dies. If the etheric body dies, physical body dies, right? But when a person dies physically, the astral body and the mental body still lives. They entered on planet Moon in the 6th chain, right? In the 6th chain. So when they entered on the planet Moon on the 6th chain, after leaving the body, they kept on evolving on astral plane and lower mental and then the higher mental. So when they completed, when they came in the 7th chain, the last one, they did not stop their progress. So again, they incarnated in the physical body, then they discarded the physical body, then they incarnated in the astral body, then the mental, lower mental and the higher mental. You have to understand one thing, that human, we evolves in all the bodies. So this physical body have to evolve, the astral body that I have to evolve, the mental body I have to evolve. So as I will discard this physical body, I will live in another body that is known as astral body. So for as many duration as I live in that body, I have to make sure that that body also evolves. Okay. So once that body is over, I have to discard. There's a duration for each and every body. Once that duration is complete, I have to discard the astral body also. Once the astral body is discarded, I will live in mental body. Then I have to make sure that this mental body also evolves. Once this mental body evolves, I have to discard it and I have to again merge with my higher soul. Then my higher soul will decide, okay, reincarnate again. I will reincarnate, but this time I will reincarnate a better body, better physical body, better astral body, mental body. Why? Because I have worked on it in my past incarnation. I had made sure that my physical body evolves, that my chakras are evolving, that my astral body is evolving, that my mental body is evolving. So that's what they did. But in the last chain, what they did was phenomenal. In the last chain, if you see the round G, the circle G, it says higher mental. Now this is where the last chain, in their higher mental body, just please note, it's not in the physical body. They became Arhat, they united with their higher soul at this plane, in the higher mental plane. For some of you, this entire information can be very, abstract, but I would request you all please grasp it. Tell yourself that I, the soul, I am absorbing this entire information. When my etheric brain will be ready, the entire information will be revealed to me in a very easy and understanding manner. Remember, energy follow your thought. This entire information is also energy. So you tell yourself that I, the soul, am absorbing this entire energy. Okay? So Lord Buddha and Lord Maitreya, they attain the arhatship in the higher mental plane of moon chain. After they attain the arhatship, they presented themselves in front of the acting Buddha of moon chain of that time. The acting Buddha of the moon chain of that time was Buddha Dipankara. So they presented themselves in front of the acting Buddha, Buddha Dipankara, and they took a vow. Vow of what? That they will become Buddha one day. At this moment, our primary focus is to understand where exactly the story started. So when they took the vow, after taking the vow, they started incarnating on planet Earth. So on planet Earth, the life was very slow. So this story ends here. Now the another story starts. Hope you're liking the story. I hope I'm not boring you. So the second story is, the earth was moving, humanity was developing, but very slow. So God, being God, he said that, okay, let's do one thing. These people are not evolving from the rate of speed I was expecting them to evolve. So let's finish them. Let's end this here. But the great being from the Venus, so there was a race of great being which was evolving very fast on Venus. And actually it was already evolved. So all the beings of the Venus had already evolved. So one of the great beings known as Lord Sanat Kumara, also the great being of youth, or also known as the great initiator, he invoked to the solar Parabrahman and he said that, God, give the humanity another chance. And the God asked him, do you take the responsibility? Remember, Lord Sanat Kumara could have attained the higher, level of, attainment after evolving from the Venus. But he gave the greatest sacrifice for humanity. He said that I will take the responsibility of every human being on the planet Earth. So he, with his 6 main disciples, also known as 6 Kumaras, who were equivalent to Buddha of our chain, and approx 100 and some numbers of great beings, also known as Lord of Flames. They incarnated, or they landed, rather landed is the right word, on the valley of Shambhala, or the right now the place is called Gobi Valley. So they came to the planet with such a mighty force, it worked as a spiritual empowerment for Mother Earth. It was like a Shaktipat to Mother Earth. The whole humanity evolved immediately. The many souls, those who were in the animal chain, immediately rushed to the human chain. They were pushed to the human kingdom from animal kingdom immediately. It was that kind of power that had been given by the Lord Sanat Kumara. So it was like a Shaktipat for Mother Earth. Okay. Then slowly and gradually, when he was there, Lord Buddha or Gautama Buddha and Maitreya, they kept on working on themselves and keep on evolving. And in one of the story, if you get to know that Lord Maitreya is also the incarnation of Lord Krishna. So Lord Krishna and Lord Maitreya are the same soul. Buddha Sakyamuni and Lord Vyasa are the same soul. Remember the story of Mahabharata? So Lord Krishna was there. So there was also one great being, Lord Vyasa. Okay, so they are the same soul. So they were evolving together. And when Lord Vyasa incarnated as Sakyamuni, he was already the world teacher that time when he incarnated as Siddhartha. Then he attained the Buddhahood. As he attained the Buddhahood, all his disciples, as the teacher evolves, immediately his disciple evolves. That is the law of nature. That is how it goes. So as the teacher evolved, many of his disciples immediately, those who were normal followers also became the Arhat. That was very interesting. So that's how the whole story goes. Now let's talk about Lord Buddha more. So Lord Buddha, known as Buddha Sakyamuni. Okay. So when we say what was his previous incarnation, we have to understand the fact that soul grows through incarnations. Okay. By learning and by sharing. When Lord Buddha attained the body of, Siddhartha, he also was going through many human challenges. Right? So remember, in each and every incarnation, every individual, no matter how evolved they were in the past life, they again have to go from the beginning. Not the spiritual evolution, but the mastery of the, the kama manas, or the desire and the lower emotion, lower feelings. Not for some people it takes long, but for the evolved one, it takes many, maybe some few years, and then they realize who they were in the past. Okay. Same happened with the Buddha Sakyamuni also. When he attained the Buddhahood, he understood the fact. Remember the story of Buddha? Why he decided to leave his entire kingdom, being the son of the greatest king? Because he saw the suffering of humanity, and he went into the forest just for asking the same question: why there is dukkha in life? Why there is suffering in life? Just one question he kept on asking from God. And when he got the answer, he became the Buddha immediately. This was very interesting. And then he started sharing what he got to know. Do you want to know what he got to know? Let's get to know. The 4 noble truths of life, which Buddha shared with all the humanity. This is the teaching of Buddha. The first was, there is suffering in life. Everyone in this world is suffering from something. Someone is suffering physically, someone is suffering emotionally, someone is suffering mentally, and someone is suffering spiritually. So there is different level of suffering, right? Then he said there is a cause of suffering. Every suffering has some cause. If there is no cause, there is no effect. So he simply said there is cause of suffering. Okay. Then he said suffering can end. So every suffering in this world can end. Nothing is permanent. And he then, the final thing, he said there is a way to end the suffering. So what do you understand from this entire thing? The first thing, that there is suffering in life, the first one, gives you power of acceptance. Power of acceptance. It tells you that everyone in this world have suffering. If there is life, there is suffering. Someone will suffer based on their physical karma, someone will suffer based on their emotional karma, mental karma, and they can come out of it. So there is an understanding. Second verse says that there has to be a reason. One has to find the reason. So one has to study. Okay, there is a suffering. This is the thing that is happening in my life. What can be the possible reason? Let's study my life. What happened to my life? Why my life is going through this? Okay. Now, the third one, he says suffering can end. What it gives you? It gives you hope. Yes, it can end. It's not permanent thing. And I have to take right action in order to set off this entire suffering or remove this entire suffering. So these four noble truths gives you acceptance, understanding, hope, and tells you to take required action. The last one, that there is a way to end the suffering, the required action becomes the eightfold path. The last one tells you what to do, what not to do. That is the eightfold path. Are you interested? Do you want to know more? Yes, let's move further. The first one of the eightfold path says right viewpoint. Knowing and understanding the four noble truths. Knowing means you accept that, okay, there is suffering in life. So you are not panicking, oh my God, this happened, or that happened. No. You understand, okay, this is happening. Then you also understand there is a cause why this is happening. And the third thing, you have hope, you know that this will end. That is the right viewpoint. Knowing, keeping that three noble truth, the first three noble truth in mind gives you the right viewpoint. Second of the eightfold path is the right thought, loving thought, kind thought, harmless thought, and accurate thought. You always be loving in your thought. No matter what happens, don't be too critical. Do not criticize people in your mind. Be kind even in your thought. Next is right word. Be loving. Be kind. Remember, we don't know how many years we are going to survive on this planet. If, let's say, someone's body age is 25 and the average year on the planet at the moment is 70, 80, or maybe someone is at 40. Just subtract how many years left from the average life. That is the amount of time we are going to live here. At least in this physical body, maybe we will incarnate again. But how loving, polite, and how we are going to share the love of God through this physical body, through our word, through our action, through our thought, depends on us. So that is the third thing, the right word, loving word, truthful word, not manipulating people's thought, emotion, and feeling through our words, through inaccurate information or through half-truth. Always being honest in words also, information also. Okay? Then right action, taking loving action, being helpful, being harmless, being industrious, fulfilling all the commitment I have given to my family or my friends or to my co-workers, and correct action, not harming anyone. Then right livelihood, that is the fifth one. So it says that we, the individual, we are son, we are brother, we are, if, females, like we are sister, wife. So wife, husband, friend, brother, son, father. So we have different roles in our life, right? So we have to fulfill all these roles honestly. When you fulfill all these roles honestly, that is the right livelihood. Justifying each and every role that you are playing in your life. That is very, very important. Now let's talk about the sixth one. It says the right spiritual effort, making sure that one is maintaining all the above is the right spiritual effort. No matter what, I will make sure that I have right viewpoint, right thought, right word, right action, and right livelihood. That brings the right awareness. That brings the right awareness. Being aware of thought, emotion, feeling, and action is the right awareness. And then the final one comes the right oneness. Means that right oneness tells you that you are the soul. And the soul have different bodies which should be utilized for the work of God. and continuously meditating that I'm a servant of God. I'm an instrument of God. I, the soul, am an instrument of God, using my different bodies to fulfill the purpose of the world. So this was the entire teaching of Lord Buddha. Now let us talk about the greatest being who leads the entire event, Lord Maitreya. Also our current world teacher. The same soul, also known as the Lord Krishna and Lord Christ. The work of the world teacher is to take care of the entire humanity and make sure that the love aspect of the humanity always keeps on growing. The devotion keeps on growing, and they keep on moving to the path of evolution, spiritual evolution. That is the work of the world teacher. Next is Lord Manu. Lord Manu is the one who takes care of the entire root race, entire civilization. Have you noticed that people, when in the beginning, they have different physical shape, the face, the nose, the body, the fingers. So initial, the primitive men, when man incarnated on the planet in the physical body, the shape of the body was different. Then it kept on evolving. The shape of the brain also kept on evolving. How? Who is taking care of this entire evolution? The one who is taking care of the entire evolution is Lord Manu. At the moment, our Lord Manu, the Manu who we have is Vaivashvat Manu. Okay, so he is taking care of our entire race. So we, as a human, we are in the fifth and half root race. Okay, fifth and half root race. So what is root race? We will not go into detail, but you have to understand that there are different root race which define the evolution. So the more we will evolve, the structure of the brain, structure of certain part of the body will keep on evolving also. So it's like upgradation of the hardware with the upgradation of the software. So upgradation of the software comes from the world teacher. Upgradation of the hardware comes from the Lord Manu. Is it clear? Hope you are able to understand this. So you as a soul evolve through the blessing of the world teacher, that is Lord Maitreya, Lord Krishna, or Lord Christ, with whichever name you call him. And you the soul, which is holding the different body, the physical, astral, and mental body, this is being evolved with the help of Lord Manu. Clear? He takes care of the evolution of the civilization and race. Then we have Mahachohan. Mahachohan, he works as the hand of God and perform all the divine tasks. So all the divine tasks, we call him the being of great active intelligence. His work is to execute all the great ideas, which is very useful for humanity. Let's say evolution of some medical system, evolution of some great technology, which is very necessary for mankind. So these evolution came from the great being Mahachohan. Okay, clear everyone? Now we are going to see the entire list of planetary hierarchy. This list will help you to understand what exactly the current chain of hierarchy we have. So we have three aspects: the will aspect, the love aspect, and the power aspect. Okay, so there is power, divine love, and divine intelligence. From the divine power, we have our Lord of the world, also known as Lord Sanat Kumara. So he is the will aspect of God. Okay, so he is working for the divine plan on the planet Earth. From the love aspect of God, at the current moment, we have our Buddha, known as Buddha Sakyamuni. Okay, from the intelligence aspect, we do not have at the moment who is equivalent to Buddha. So you have an opportunity. Then we have, from the will aspect, we have Lord Manu, who is also working as per the divine plan. And from the love aspect, we have world teacher. And then from the intelligence aspect, we have Mahachohan. Then post Lord Manu, we will have, these are the next one who is going to be the next Manus, like Lord Maurya, and then Master Kutumi, and then Mahachohan. From the perspective of Mahachohan, that is the third ray to 7, as the Venetian and the Serpes, Hilarious, Lord Jesus, and Saint Germain. So these are the other 5 people who is waiting in the line to take the place of Mahachohan. Just for your information, that each root race have 2 Manus. So the last Manu was Savarnik. So now we have another one. So that this Manu is Vaivaswat Manu. So the current Manu is there from last 1 lakh years of. Now the next Manu we expect is maybe Jupiter, or can be Master Maurya himself. Now do not just go by that Jupiter is assistant to Master Maurya. There are certain teaching that says that Jupiter, Master Jupiter himself is above Master Maurya. So we don't know what exactly the truth here is. We are also, we also have to study more. Remember, you have to validate the truth. So why I'm saying this, that I'm not giving any, stamp of that this is the only truth. There can be another level of truth. After Master Kutumi, we have great master like Master DK. Also remember the teacher of Alice Bailey. Then who else? We have 4 grades of initiate and the great masters, their disciples, and also people on probationary path. So now all these people except the Lord of the world. Remember, except the Lord of the world, everyone attend this entire event. Why? We don't know. Because it is not possible to receive, energy from the person of your same level. Remember, energy flow from above to below. So maybe Lord Sanat Kumara and Lord Buddha are almost at the same level, or maybe, maybe higher level, but he is from the will of God and Lord Buddha is from the love of God aspect. So he's receiving energy from the love aspect. We are really sorry if we have extended time. It's already 1. Is it okay with the group if we take 10 more minutes? So now what happens? Now when you see, so just think about that Lord Sanat Kumara is not there, and rest everyone whom you are able to see in this picture is Lord Buddha, Vaivaswat Manu, Lord Maitreya, Mahachohan, and all the one you see in the picture, they will attend the Vesak. And Lord Buddha, remember, Lord Buddha is the 25th who joined the 24 Tirthankara. Who are these 24 Tirthankara? When Lord of the world, Lord Sanat Kumara came to our planet, he had his group. Now out of this group, 24 lords of the flame, they formed a group. So it's like a ministry. So there was a ministry. And after that, Lord Buddha became the Buddha Sakyamuni became the Buddha, and he joined these 24. So he became the 25th one. So what happens? This event is called also the event of great sacrifice. On the day of Vesak, from the heaven itself, he comes down to the level of earth, where he showers the blessing to planet Earth. Now, coming down from that level to Mother Earth's level, Means when we are saying this mother earth level, it's like energetically is itself a great sacrifice. Okay, so that is what happens. So he comes with a huge amount of energy. When he comes, Lord Maitreya, Lord Manu and Mahachohan, they, they are there to receive him. Receive him means receive his energy. And all these people, you see that the first ray, from first ray Master Maurya, Master Jupiter, and then the second ray Master Kutumi, Master DK, and all the great teachers, their disciples, the people on probationary path. Now, when you say people on probationary path, you have to understand these people are already ready to become disciple. Means they are already passed the exam to become the disciple. So they will be there in the valley. How? Physically or energetically? Energetically, right. Now, also people from the third ray. So these people and the followers will be there. So there will be three groups, from the first ray, from the second ray, and from the third ray. So everyone will gather at the valley energetically. Remember, energetically, not physically. Okay. So they attend the entire event. Now, to attend the entire event, they have to create some energy. So from 2 months prior to the event, they start gathering at the event place in the Shambhala itself, Shambhala Valley. So when they gather there, they do chanting, they purify the entire place. And they, on the day of the entire event, they have to form certain geometrical shape. Now, what is these geometrical shape and how do they form it? So all these people, they gather around and they stand in certain way, and by standing in certain way, they create certain formation. So we will move through these formation quickly. You just have to understand these formation. Okay, this is the way the formation happened. That's it. Okay, don't stare or keep the formation for too long in your mind. Okay, it may overwhelm you. Okay, so if you feel overwhelmed, you do blessing. You release excess energy by blessing people or through your soles of your feet. Okay, by grounding yourself. Okay, with everyone. Okay, let's move forward. So this was the entire thing. So this is the valley. So this is how the valley looks. So when you see at the right side of the valley, you see there is a stream. It's flowing. Now at the center, you see there is an altar, and in the center there is white brotherhood. And there are people, disciples, they are sitting together. Okay. This is the exactly how the Shambhala Valley works. So when the event happened, what happens? Lord Maitreya uses certain thing. What this certain thing? It's an equipment. It's an equipment. This equipment is very powerful. This is the one which is being used to concentrate the energy of Lord Buddha to Mother Earth. So when the Lord Buddha appears in Wesak Valley, Lord Maitreya uses this instrument to concentrate his energy to Mother Earth. Okay? So people, those who are meditating, they are evolving. And people, those who are not even meditating, they are also evolving without they knowing about it. But those who are aware, those who know this, they are evolving faster. Okay? So it's our responsibility to help or ask everyone, even those who are not a meditator, to meditate on the day of Vesak. Okay? So this is the instrument. What is the name of this instrument? We don't know. Someone says it's a Vajra, or someone say that it's a weapon of God, which passes from one planet to another planet. We don't know much about it. Okay, and this picture is taken from the book The Master and the Path. Now, these circles are not normal circles. These are circles formed by humans or the great beings or great devas or great white brotherhood who are there in the valley. So all the participants, they create 7 different formations, one after another, till they form the last one, the 5-pointed star. Okay, so this is very important. Please be receptive. Just don't stare the picture for very long. Now the first formation is this. So this is the first formation. They stand in a circle in the middle, then another circle, and then another circle. The second formation is one person stand in the middle, and other people, they surround him. Why? They are creating the energy through the formation. Okay, so just be aware of your crown, aware of your whole body, and then look at this entire formation. So you see what is happening to the animation. And the 6th one is the Star of David. And the last one is the final one. The timing is so exact that the moment this 5-pointed star is being created, they chant certain mantras in Pali language. Remember, in Pali language. And in front of this formation, the 3 great beings, the world teacher, Lord Manu and Mahachohan, stand, and they invoke, especially world teacher invoke Lord Buddha. And when he finds everything ready, he says, appear the great master of all masters. So when he say that, the great master appears in the air, in the golden light, with the huge body that it covers the whole valley, whole mountain region. And on the altar, there is a big vessel of water, which is filled with water. So this goes for 8 minutes. Lord Maitreya keeps on receiving this energy and keeps on concentrating this energy after receiving it from Lord Buddha. And he does it completely, with great devotion, and all the people, they keep on chanting when Lord Buddha is there, and they keep on receiving the blessing. Once they are done, so this is the, presumed picture is, so this picture is taken from the book, The Master and the Path. So this is also there. So Lord Buddha appears there and he blesses the whole planet Earth. Okay, so when it goes for 8 minutes, when it is done, the ceremony is done. Everyone, one by one, takes the water from the altar and they drink it. And some of the disciples, they carry it with them. Remember, there are certain adepts and masters, they are allowed to be physically be there. This is very interesting. So they're allowed to be there physically. Okay, some of them, they attend it energetically, some of them, they attend it physically. Okay, so many of the secret is not being revealed to the mankind unless we be there and we get to know about it or not, right? So someday maybe. So this is the entire event. When this is done, they keep on sharing the entire energy for next 1 month. Lord Maitreya, Lord Manu, and Mahachohan. And the great teacher, they keep on sharing these energy with their disciple for their evolution. Okay, that is how it happens. Clear? So this is the entire event. Now, this event goes for 5 days. Our Wesak is on 7th, right? So the event is actually started on 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. First 2 days prior to Wesak is known as the day of renunciation or detachment. So you detach unnecessary emotions, thought, feeling, desires from your entire being. From your entire being, so that you can receive energy from these great beings. You cannot think of receiving energy directly from Buddha. Your body will explode, right? So you have to receive the energy from your spiritual teacher, right? Because he is receiving energy from the world teacher. So you have to receive the energy from your teacher, saying that, dear teacher, I let go of all these unnecessary attachment, unnecessary desire. Please prepare me for this day. And for 2 days, you detach yourself completely. You renunciate completely. So renunciation means not leaving family things. No, not exactly. It simply means detaching yourself with unnecessary energies, thoughts, and feelings that is holding you from receiving your energy, or rather that is holding you to recognize who you truly are. And the day of the Vesak is known as the day of shielding or day of guarding. So you guard yourself, you prepare yourself, and you receive energy from God, from your teacher. Okay? And the next day, from the Vesak, the next 2 days is known as the day of distribution. So you share the energy of the Vesak. But remember, preparing for Vesak is very, very important. The great being, great devas, and great teacher, they start preparing for the entire event 2 months prior to the event. For spiritual people, this is the most powerful event they can think about. Okay, so let's talk about how we are going to prepare. So do you want to prepare yourself? Do you want to receive more energy? We are giving you the way. The first is the diet. Okay, so you have to choose your diet very smartly. What does it mean? Remember, you have to choose a kind of diet to digest that kind of food. Your body consumes less energy. If you eat a kind of food that your body is using too much energy to consume it or digest it, then it's not a good idea. So you can choose veg diet, always preferable. Use fruits, or maybe something very light, less oily, or as you know, whatever your mind or your consciousness is telling you is good for your body. Okay, then what else? You can fast. You can fast depending on your capacity. So there are 3 ways of fasting. Some people, what they do, they skip meals. Skipping meals is a different thing. Fasting is a different thing. So you plan what to eat, what not to eat, and when to eat. So you have to tell your body when you do it that I will eat by this time, I will eat by that time. That is called fasting. You do not do it, I will not eat. You have to tell, you have to plan. In your mind, you are telling it, and then your mind controls your emotions. When your body feels hungry, it tells you, no, you are fasting, you will not eat. And then your body understands, okay, I will not eat. Okay, so based on your capacity, some people fast on water, some people fast on lukewarm water, some people fast on foods, some people eat only in the evening. So it depends. So you can choose as per your body allows you. Then yoga, asana, to purify your physical body, to clean your meridians completely. Then breathing exercises, pranayama. So when you do breathing exercise, it purifies your meridians. So there are 72,000 meridians in your body and 3 major meridians. Remember, these 72,000 meridians and 3 major meridians have to be cleansed. Okay, so if they are clean, then you receive more energy. Next, meditation. Connecting to God every day. Just meditating on God. Dear God, I'm one with you. I, the soul, I'm one with you. Thank you for your divine love. Thank you for your mercy. And of course, consciously following the Eightfold Path. Right thought, right word, right action, right speech, right livelihood. Remember, this is the way of life. The Eightfold Path is the way of life. That is the truth thing in action. That is what you are supposed to do. Okay, so thing is, the development of the mind is very important. Why? Because you are no longer in Kali Yuga, you are in Dwapar Yuga. So when you are in Dwapar Yuga, it's about the development of the mind. Dwapar Yuga, we entered in Dwapar Yuga in 1700, means that is 499 AD. So from the great being, the great holy master, Sri Yukteswar Giri shared that in 1700, we had already entered Dwapar Yuga, development of the mind, or the air, the age of air. So as we entered in the age of air, if you try to understand, all the great invention related to air started happening in invention of aircraft, then invention of radio, transistor, then TV, cell phones. So these are the things which started coming up. Now, let's go into the negative thing. There is a disease in the air. You know that, right? The corona. So that is the effect of Dwapar Yuga. So even the disease in the air, because it is the age of the air, and the solution can be found only in the air. That is also the thing. That is a secret. So if the disease in the air, you can find the solution in the air. You cannot find the solution on the ground. So the solution of the disease is in the air molecules, or maybe something like that. So that's the hint. So now, what else? So you have to understand the purpose of entire thing. Lord Buddha says that your work is to discover your work. What does it mean? So your work is to discover the purpose of your life. And then with all your heart to give yourself to it. That is your work. So find the purpose of your life and give all your heart and soul to work for the purpose of your life. That is what the message of Lord Buddha was. Thank you so much. So this was the whole session. Just close your eyes once, connect your tongue to the palate. Inhale slowly, exhale slowly. Be aware of your crown, be aware of your brain cells. Remember, etheric brain cells, not the physical brain. Be aware of the etheric brain cells. Mentally say, I absorb all these information, assimilate all these information properly and safely. Inhale. As you exhale, allow this information to radiate in each and every cell of your body. Inhale, hold, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So be it, so be it, so be it. Be aware of your heart, be aware of your crown. We will pray to the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother. We are so grateful for bringing all of us together for this entire information, for this great event of Wesak. Thank you so much for blessing all of us and our family with lots of love, lots of light, and lots of divine protection from any harm, any danger. May our soul be purified. May our mind be purified. May our emotions be purified. May our bodies be purified of all the negative thoughts, emotions, feelings, and activities, of habit and programs that we are carrying from many, many incarnations. With your blessing and in full faith, And with complete conviction, I say, so be it. Verbally say, so be it. So be it. To the great being of Wesak, all the holy gurus, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, spiritual helpers, especially to our teacher, Master Choa Kok Sui. Thank you so much for all your information, all your love, all your blessing, all your mercy. I humbly offer my reverence to your feet, Master Choa Kok Sui. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. All of you, namaste. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for attending. Hope you enjoyed the session.